digestive system, preferably with relation to the human body, we shall talk about. Most important points which can be asked in the NEET and other exams now. Like you know very well here now, on the basis of method of preparation of food, the organisms are divided into two types now. Call them autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs and heterotrophs. What are autotrophs? The organisms which can prepare their own food are called autotrophs. Then organisms which are dependent on autotrophs, either directly or indirectly, are called heterotrophs. Now here under autotrophs, once again there are two types now. Photoautotrophs and chemoautotrophs. Chemoautotrophs. What are photoautotrophs? The organisms which are capable of making use of sunlight to prepare their own food are called photoautotrophs. Multicellular plants, unicellular plants like diatoms, dinoflagellates, protistans, blue-green algae, all of them come under photoautotrophic group. I shall repeat once again. Multicellular plants, apart from multicellular plants now, you have unicellular organisms like blue-green algae, which are also called cyanobacteria. Then you have protistans, okay, then you have dinoflagellates, then euglenoids. So all of them come under photoautotrophic group. And there is a bacterium here now, there is a sulfur bacterium which can synthesize its own food here now, that is chlorobium. You should remember this point, the most important point here now. Chlorobium is a sulfur bacterium which comes under, though it is referred to as sulfur bacterium, it comes under photoautotrophic group. Even this chlorobium has the ability to synthesize its own food in the presence of sunlight. The next is the chemoautotrophs. The organisms which do not require sunlight, which prepare their own food by making use of chemicals present in surroundings, are called chemoautotrophs. They make use of different kinds of chemicals like iron pyrites, nitrates, some sulfur compounds, sometimes acetic acid, CH3COOH, sometimes H2SO4, so on and so forth. Under this you got several examples now, like nitrifying bacteria. Nitrifying bacteria are the chemoautotrophs. Under this you have examples like Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas, Nitrococcus, Nitrobium, Nitrobacter, otherwise it is also called Nitrobacter, Nitrocystis. These are all called nitrifying bacteria. You need to remember all these examples. Anything can be asked in MSET or NEET here now. Like you may get a question, which of the following bacteria have the ability to synthesize their own food by making use of chemicals? To be able to remember this: Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas, Nitrococcus, Nitrocystis. They're all. Apart from this, there are some sulfur bacteria which also come under this chemoautotrophic group here now. They are Begachia, Thiothrix and Thiobacillus. Begachia, Thiothrix and Thiobacillus are sulfur bacteria. So like this, these autotrophs are classified into photoautotrophic group and chemoautotrophic group here now. The next is heterotrophic here now, which are dependent on other organisms either directly or indirectly for synthesis of food here now. Under this, again you have different types here now. Under heterotrophs, you have different types like holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition. What is holozoic nutrition? The mode of intake of solid food. If the organisms take solid food, you call that holozoic mode of. The principal food is the solid food. Holozoic nutrition, you call it. Okay. Holozoic nutrition is also called zootrophic nutrition. Is also called zootrophic nutrition. The next you have another one, saprozoic nutrition. Saprozoic nutrition, the organisms which feed on liquid organic matter. They mostly take that liquid organic matter to the outer body wall by diffusion process. Most of the parasites consume food by saprozoic method. Most of the free living organisms consume food by holozoic method. Even human being comes under holozoic method because the staple food for the human body is the solid food. The next you have mixotrophic nutrition. That is, organisms which take food by more than one method are called mixotrophic. They may take food either by holozoic and saprozoic or autotrophic and holozoic. For instance, you remember this example here now, euglena. Euglena, which is a protistan, during daytime it synthesizes food by autotrophic method. At night it takes the food by saprozoic method. At night it takes the food by saprozoic method. During daytime it takes the food by autotrophic method. Next you have another example here now, serratium. Serratium is exclusively photoautotrophic. Serratium is exclusively photoautotrophic during daytime, and at night it takes the food by holozoic method. So serratium during daytime by photoautotrophic method, and at night it takes the food by holozoic method. There are several examples come under mixotrophic nutrition. Okay, so like that you have holozoic nutrition, saprozoic nutrition, and mixotrophic nutrition. All three of them come under heterotrophic nutrition. Now we shall talk about the most important points with regard to the digestive system of human body.